Well, congratulations, Shane. Certainly your best returns in an innings, your best figures. How did you enjoy bowling on the surface here in Barbados?
I enjoyed it pretty much. I always remember playing, in Barbados, especially because Barbados, I'm picking up a lot of wickets. So it's a ground where I just do pretty well often enough. So the support and everything was there from the teammates. So I enjoyed it.
Well, what about the conditions though? How did the pitch really respond?
The pitch is it was kind of up and down, later on in the game, but it's a pitch where you have to put a lot into it, especially the spinners, if you want to get results, and that's what I tried to do.
Surprised that maybe as far back as the first day you were able to find conditions that were helpful?
No, I know I've met a lot of wickets like this, where assess the situation early enough and know what I have to do with the ball to get pitches from it. So I tried my best to do that.
It was your first test match since May last year in England. Any initial nerves coming back into the team?
Yeah, well, there's always a little nerves coming in there, but the captain and I is pretty close, so he spoke to me and told me just do a custom what our customer doing, and that's what I tried to do.
But that period out of the team, especially with all the talk about Sooner Rain and so on, how difficult a period was that for you?
Well, my thing is, I support every player that plays for West Indies. Once we get to wear the West Indies colours, we come out there and do well, to represent our country, and it's nice that the competition and everything is there. So it helps me to step up my game. So I use it as a positive.
Now you're going back home, so to speak, where you performed so brilliantly last year. Any pressure on you to maybe maintain that high standard going home?
Not real pressure, but a little tenseness will still be there, to maintain, the performance level, going back home. And I know coming back home there'll be a lot of support, so I expecting good stuff from back home.
But the critics always exist, and there is a school of thought, or there was a school of thought, that maybe you perform much better at home, so to speak. Do you think you've done enough now performing here at Kensington, which is traditionally a fast bowler's haven, to dispel those concerns?
Well, like I say, I play in Kensington a lot of times, and I often get wickets here. Playing in the first class season, I had a pretty good season so far. So, I just try my best to go out there and put on my best bowling performance, and trust in God for good performance, and that's what I do.
How does the surface in Dominica, where you're going to play the next test, compare to the surface here?
I think the one in Dominica would bounce a bit more. Ball will come through a bit more early on. So, once the bowlers put in, the effort, then we'll get the results.
Congratulations again.
Shane, what was the key to your bowling in this game? What would you say was the one thing though in this game that separated you from probably the other bowlers, and basically when you told yourself that maybe you can actually bowl Zimbabwe twice?
Yeah, well, first I believe in myself, and the skipper told me that I could do it, and I know once I put the ball in the right areas and get the ball to do something on the turf, I think that's what worked for me really well.
Okay, well, you say that this is the best test match you've had. I mean, last year against Australia you got more wickets, but obviously West Indies didn't win that match. Would you say this is the best test match you've had in your career?
Yeah, definitely. Even playing against Australia, getting the 10 wickets all and still losing, at the end of the day, you're not really happy, once it's not just a one-man performance thing. You want the team to go out there and perform well and get the results. So, this definitely is my best test match, seeing that, all the guys perform well and we won.